What's up, man? Hey, today is another day for men of courage to step into all the leadership that God has for you. And so, we're going to be talking about today how to control anger. Most of us, I'll just speak for myself, can experience times where we get more angry than we want to. We can't control that anger like we wish we had. We say things that come off too harsh, too quick, too hot tempered. And if we're honest, that doesn't always create the best outcomes, doesn't create the best solution. And the best thing for us to do in these moments is to try and find a way to calm ourselves out of the anger and find that solution that would really be best, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. Whatever's caused the anger, there's a way for us to calm down and find a solution. And so it says in Proverbs 14:29 that people with understanding can control their anger. And a hot temper, it shows great foolishness. And so on one side, it says here that the connection between controlling your anger. So when I get angry, when I get inflamed, whether it's at the wife or the kids or the people around me or just at work, sitting at the office, or the people who are not meeting those expectations, who didn't show up, who didn't communicate their expectations, whatever the situation it is, and it causes that anger to rise up. The link between controlling the anger and me blowing up is understanding. Notice it says people with understanding control their anger, but the hot temper shows great foolishness. So when I lash out, when I jump in and say something too quickly, when I make assumptions and overreact and I charge the room with that anger, remember, this could be in the home, this could be in the office, this could be at the family event, whatever that place is. When the anger rises up in us, the connection to calm it down is understanding. And so the question is, how do I then get understanding? What does that look like? And here's what I would pose a 3-step process. How can I get understanding? How do we normally understand things? Asking questions, discovering the problem from those questions, and then finding the solution. To get understanding, I got to ask questions. What's going on here? What happened? Can you give me the reason for what's going on? Can you give me some clarity around that? Can you tell me what happened? And stopping before interjecting anger and making an assumption about the situation, calming myself down enough to say what happened here really helps me out. So ask questions to get understanding. What's going on here? What happened? Can you provide some clarity around this? Can you tell me what you mean by that? These kinds of questions will calm us down when we feel anger. Man, think about like the kids, and whenever they come in and they just blow up some kind of expectation you had for them, some kind of boundary they crossed, some kind of disobedient act they had, some kind of just the fit that they're throwing that you've taught them 100 times how to deal with it, but they're throwing a fit again. Asking questions. What's going on here, guys? Can you tell me what's happening? And then as you ask those questions, we discover the actual problem. So we don't assume and jump in with anger to force a solution. We understand by asking questions to discover the root cause of the issue. What's really going on here? And that gives me clarity around the subject. And then once I discover the problem, then I can go into a proper and true solution. See, in forcing a solution with the anger, it doesn't actually usually address the deep issue. It doesn't address the hard issue. It doesn't address the motivation behind what happened in the room, or what happened with the people, what happened with the whatever caused the situation. It doesn't address that. It just enforces an assumed solution. But if I ask questions to discover the problem and get to the root of the issue, then I can find a true and wise solution. So here's the contrast. A solution is wise. A hot temper is foolish. So if I'm acting out in hot temperedness, it means I'm not being wise. I'm not finding a good solution. A solution is helpful. The hot temper is unhelpful. That's what this is saying here. And so next time I'm angry, think, This anger in me is boiling up. What I need to do right now is not unleash that anger. What I need to do is find a solution. And to find a solution, I need to ask questions, discover the root cause of the issue, and then pose a wise solution. And that man is really what we're after. When we want to confront or express that anger, we really inside of us, we just want things to be solved. We just want the problem solved. And so to step into a solution, we first need to get that understanding. Understanding is the connection that will calm my anger down and move me towards a solution. And so to bring this to the gospel, one of the greatest things that we have as believers is the gospel that encourages us that God's ultimate solution to his own anger was actually the person of Jesus Christ. The problem was my sin, but the solution to my sin was Jesus. And thank God for his amazing grace that he didn't act out in hot temper towards me and still doesn't act out in hot temper towards me. Like whenever I'm rebelling or not listening or throwing a fit or whining or complaining and going, God, why? Why are you doing this again? He's not responding with hot temperedness towards me. He's patient towards me, and he's given me the person of Jesus Christ to be the ultimate solution for the real root cause of the problem, which is my sin. And so in those moments, by trusting him, it then empowers me with the Holy Spirit, who then leads me out of my foolishness and into a calm understanding that gives me then the power to control my anger and move towards a wise solution.